Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, hello, my name is Madison. Thanks for joining. Today I'm going to be showing you my drugstore makeup starting kit. So what I mean by that is I'm just going to go through some of my favorite drugstore products if you are kind of getting into makeup or just looking for some new drugstore favorites. I'm going to share with you guys from each category what my favorites are and what I think you should purchase if you're kind of getting into makeup like I said before, or if you just kind of want to know what's great at the drugstore. So if you want to see what I have, then just keep watching. Okay, so this is everything that I have. I have from primers to sprays to mascaras, eyeshadows, blushes, whatever. So I'm not going to go in any really particular order. I'm just going to grab from here and go. So for me, my drugstore favorite primer is the Maybelline Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser Primer. I love this stuff. To me, this is comparable to Benefit Porefessional and also Smashbox Photo Finish Primer stuff, I think it's what it's called. It has the consistency where it's going to fill in all your pores. It is tinted like the Benefit one, and that's why I think it's really comparable, and it's like $8. Next up for foundation, I have 3 drugstore foundations. These things are my favorite. If I can get a foundation that is full coverage, keeps me staying matte all day, and it is under 20 bucks, why not? So first up, I have the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless. This is in shade 125 Nude Beige. This is a little bit dark for me, but I can mix it in with a lighter foundation and it works well. This does keep me matte all day, and this works really well with the pore filling primers. I highly recommend if you have normal to oily skin to pick this up and try it, and like I said, it's affordable price. Next up, I kind of mix these 2 and 2. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte. I put this in my T-zone, and then I go in with the CoverGirl Ready Set Gorgeous Fresh Complexion in shade 105, which is Classic Ivory. I put this around the rest of my face. That is what I'm wearing today. This keeps me matte all day. It keeps my oils at bay, and like I said, it's affordable price. Next up for powders, I have the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte. This is in shade 300 Nude Beige. I love this. This keeps my skin feeling wonderful. It doesn't emphasize any texture or anything, and it is, I would say, medium to full coverage. I put this over top of my foundation and it works wonders. It, like I said, keeps me matte, and yeah. And another alternative is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Pressed Powder. This is in Natural Buff. It gives me kind of MAC vibe packaging, but this stuff works wonders, and it is like $4.99. Keeps my skin feeling super smooth, and it doesn't look like I really have powder on. I just highly recommend using a setting spray after. Next up for face palettes, I have 2 different ones here. I have the NYX Highlight Contour Pro Palette. I have used this baby up. Quite a them have hit a couple pans. I love this. It has everything you need. I added in a blush. I just popped out the dark contour shade, which won't work for me, and I put in a blush. So it has, I set my under eye with these 2 shades. I don't really use the banana just because it looks too banana under. And then I can mix 3 of these shades I can use for contouring and then for bronzing, and then I have my blush. So this is wonderful if you're looking for something that is all in one package. Super affordable, and I highly recommend if you haven't tried it to go pick it up. And the other face palette I have is by e.l.f. I don't want to blind you guys because it is all mirrored packaging. This is the Total Face palette. I picked this up from my local Walmart. It has 2 blushes, a highlight, and a bronzer. I love this. If you have fair skin, this is going to be your best friend. This bronzer / contour shade isn't too harsh, does not look muddy on the face. The highlight is super pretty and subtle, not very blinding, and the blushes are very subtle, but they can be worked up, so you don't need to worry about using a heavy hand with these products, and none of the powders emphasize texture. So I highly recommend if you haven't tried it to go pick it up, and it is like $5. For bronzer, I have the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. This is in the light one. They do have a darker one now, but I think for light skinned, I would highly recommend picking up the light one. It smells amazing, and it blends so beautifully on the skin. It's what I'm wearing today, and I highly recommend if you haven't tried it to go pick it up, just because it's like one of a kind. I don't know how they made this formula. It is super buttery, super blendable, and for drugstore price. Keeping on the face trend, next up I have the Essence Satin Touch Blush. This is in 20 Satin Love. This is $2.99, and it is such an amazing formula. I love this color. They have a bunch of shade ranges. If you don't want the pinky, they have more nudies. Oh, I highly recommend if you haven't tried them to go pick them up, and they are like $2.99, super pigmented and super easy to blend. Next up for highlighters, I have both by Essence. This is the Essence Pure Nude Highlighter. Everyone talks about this one. This is Be My Highlight number 10. It is super pretty and super like almost blinding, but not really. It has no shimmer to it. It just looks wet on the skin. I love this stuff, and for $3.99 from the drugstore, why not? I highly recommend, if you haven't tried it, to go pick this one up. And another highlight I have is also from Essence. This is their strobing highlighter. This is one of the new ones, I think, or at least new to my Walmart. It's pinky, whereas the other one's more of a champagne color. This is in number 10, Let It Glow, and just like the other one, it doesn't emphasize texture. It gives you kind of more of a wet look, and it doesn't have any shimmer or anything, so I highly recommend. Along to go with the face, I have the e.l.f. Primer Mist. This stuff works wonders. It has a bunch of great stuff for your skin in it, and the spray on it is wonderful. It's not squirting water at your face. And I love the packaging. It looks high-end, yet it's like $3 or $4.99, so I highly recommend, if you want a primer mist, to go check out the e.l.f. one. For my eye base, I will use the Essence I Heart Color Intensifying Eyeshadow Base. It is super full coverage. Blends out beautifully on the eyelids, and it really helps with my eyeshadows to blend easier. So I highly recommend, if you're not using an eye base, to pick this one up. It's $1.99 or $2.99, and it just really helps make your eyeshadows pop and also help them blend a lot easier. Also, to go along with eyes, this is really the only eye drugstore except for ColourPop and Makeup Geek and Morphe, but I don't want to use those just because I can't pick those up in my local drugstore, but I can pick up Annabelle, and this is their chrome, let's see, this is their creamy single eyeshadow, and it is the intense chrome finish. This is in gold. I highly recommend, if you can get your hands on these, to go pick it up. Look at that, like, it is gorgeous, and they're like $7 or $8.99. I think these compare to high-end foiled shadows, and it's in a little pot, so I'm just gonna pop this in my Z palette. But it is super buttery, super blinding. The pigmentation is amazing, and I highly recommend go picking up all the other ones, because I know I will. Along to go with the eyes, this is probably my number one drugstore mascara, along with the L'Oreal black one. It's like the carbon black with the gold lid and the black packaging. That's amazing as well. But this one is by Maybelline. It is the Lash Sensational. I don't get the waterproof one just because I hate waterproof mascaras, but that's the one on it. It's curved. It gives me great volume. The formula is amazing. It's not too wet. It's not too dry. And for $8.99, if I can get my eyes to look like I'm using a $30 mascara, why not? And last but not least is lips. For me, when I think of lips in the drugstore, Maybelline is the first thing that pops in my head. They have such a wide range of colors, formulas, like from mattes to satins to glosses to sheers. They have so many, so that is who I have to say would be my favorite for lipsticks. I have 3 right here. I have 920, I have 760, and 660. So I have a matte, a bold, and a sheer. So sheer, bold, matte. I love the packaging on these, I love the price, and I love the formula. So if you have not tried Maybelline yet, I highly recommend, and wait till they're on sale because you can get them for like $5.99. And also up in lips, for kind of a liquid lipstick, I really like the L'Oreal. I have no idea what this is called. It doesn't even have any writing on it, but it's the 2-step process. So you have the one, which is the liquid lipstick, and then you have the second part, which is kind of like this clear sealer coat. But for me, these stay on all day. I mean, soup, smoothies, chips, anything. This stays on all day. The color is amazing. They have such a great shade selection from nudes all the way up to reds and oranges, and they last for a really long time. But I highly recommend, if you are going to use this, to use the top, because the bottom is so drying, like the liquid lipstick part. So I think that's why they added in the balm, because once this dries, I feel like if you move your lips sometimes, that might crack because of how drying it is if you just use it on its own. So I highly recommend using the top balm part. Makes it completely different. And like I said, these I think are $11.99. So that was everything in my drugstore starter kit, kind of what you should get at the drugstore. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!